Here is something that I want you to consider. Cooking a healthy meal not only involves the choice of right ingredients and the recipe, but much more. For example, the fuel, the equipment, the cooking utensils, the time gap between cooking and eating, and of course the mindset of the person who is cooking. All these are extremely important. But the key ones, the bare minimum in my opinion to dish out a healthy meal in today's urban context is the material of the cookware, the selection of ingredients, the quality of ingredients, and the cooking process. In this video linked here, I have spoken about the importance of whole foods for our health and diet. I have also dwelt on the nutritional aspects of organic food in this video. So today we will focus our attention on the cookware and the cooking process. Shall we begin? Let's start with a brief discussion on cookware. Broadly speaking, the range of cookware that we use commonly today could be one of these: stainless steel, iron, terracotta, stone, aluminium, ceramic, or even non-stick cookware. I find that each of these have their own advantages and disadvantages. Let's take a quick look. Terracotta and stone are perhaps ideal with likely health benefits and are eco-friendly too, but they are fragile to handle for daily use. Iron utensils have been in vogue for thousands of years. All said, they are safe and healthy to cook in. The biggest inconvenience is their weight. Also, many a times vegetables tend to get discolored. Aluminium cookware by far is the most popular because they are most convenient to handle and clean. More importantly, cheap, light in weight too. But recent research clearly suggests likely health risks from the aluminium leached out, particularly when cooking acidic foods. Likely health impacts include increased Alzheimer's risk, male sperm health and count, and many others. Those with compromised kidney function are at a greater risk. There is also risk of some heavy metal exposure, including risk to heart health if the cookware is made from aluminium scrap. Stainless steel cookware is extremely popular, safe and easy to use, handle and clean. However, in a pan or kadhai, there is a definite problem of overheating and uneven heating, leading to food getting burnt at the bottom. And that brings us to non-stick cookware, convenient beyond doubt to ensure low or zero usage of oil and prevention of food sticking to the pan. But I'm sure you have come across umpteen articles indicating likely health risks. To sum up, aluminium and non-stick best avoided. Clay, terracotta and iron are inconvenient to use, and so we are left with stainless steel with its disadvantages. I have used all of these range of cookwares and I have a question. Is there no cookware that could maximize the advantages and minimize the disadvantages? So, to my pleasant surprise, when Indus Valley, a manufacturer of safe cookware, asked me to do a video for them, I jumped at this opportunity and decided to choose the trply cookware range. So, this video is sponsored by Indus Valley, and I would like to take this opportunity to share some quick details about what is trply stainless steel. Trply cookware has an outer layer of stainless steel grade 430, which is also used to make surgical instruments. This steel is heat conductive and induction compatible. The innermost layer is made of stainless steel grade 304. This steel is corrosion resistant and non-reactive, making it safe for food. Sandwiched and sealed in between is aluminium, which helps distribute heat evenly but never comes in contact with food. So, you have the advantages of stainless steel and aluminium without the risks of aluminium. What specific advantages can you experience? Trply cookware distributes heat evenly. Trply cookware is compatible with all kinds of cooking, including at high heat. Trply cookware supports the preparation of acidic food without change in taste or color of food. Trply cookware supports healthy, low-oil cooking. Indus Valley further claims that trply cookware preserves 85% of the nutrients in food. In today's recipe, I am going to be combining the benefits of the Indus Valley trply steel kadhai with modifications of some ingredients and the cooking process. The result will be an extremely healthy, heart-friendly recipe for a low-fat and low-cholesterol diet. The dish that I have chosen for today is the extremely popular upma. Upma is generally made with fine suji rava, which are basically fine grits of wheat. I have done an earlier episode on how to make upma using rice rava, which is much more healthier, the link of which is given here. But today I am going to be using millet rava and adding many more ingredients to make our heart-friendly upma. Come, let's start with the ingredients. So look at the rainbow of colors here. So to make our heart-friendly upma, I have chosen half a cup of little millet rava. Here there are some chopped beans, sprouts, red cabbage. This is chopped Indian spinach, grated carrot, grated pumpkin. Now, all these ingredients contribute to health, but specifically I would like to emphasize the ingredients in these heart-shaped containers that contribute towards heart health. 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of curry leaf powder. You can also use fresh curry leaves. These have strong anti-inflammatory properties. 1 tablespoon of flaxseed powder, and flaxseed powder is known to reduce blood pressure and also increase high density cholesterol or the good cholesterol. Grated beetroot. Beetroot is a good source of nitrate which is converted to nitric oxide in the body that helps dilate the blood vessels. And tomatoes, they contain lycopene, which is a very strong antioxidant which is capable of reducing the oxidative stress. And finally, the ingredients for the tadka. I've taken about a teaspoon of chana dal, a teaspoon of urad dal, 2 small red chilies, you can also use green chilies, and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds and coriander leaves for garnishing. Now you will see that here the proportion of vegetables is far more than the proportion of rava, whereas when conventionally upma is made, the proportion of rava is more than the vegetables. So here let's inaugurate my Indus Valley trply kadhai. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Let it get heated. I am reducing the flame, and the first step is to roast this millet rava. As I said, this is little millet rava. Look at the quantity of rava. It's so little as compared to the vegetables that I am going to be using. So roast this till it turns light brown in color. You can use a combination of high and low flame and see that the rava doesn't get burnt. And roasting also helps the granules to be separate in the upma making, and they don't stick to each other and become a paste. So here the rava has changed color and also a fragrance is coming, so I'm going to be removing this rava now. And now after roasting the rava, we'll give the tadka. So I'm just using 1 small teaspoon of oil, just 1 teaspoon of oil, that's all. Now adding the mustard, the chana dal, the chili and the urad dal. I am noticing that the kadai is heating very fast. Once the mustard starts to splutter, we'll add the vegetables. So first I am adding the beans because beans takes time to cook. Rest of the vegetables I'll add it later, because we don't want the vegetables to be overcooked. I'm just going to be sprinkling some water for the beans to cook. Let me add the tomatoes, the ginger and the curry leaves so that the fragrance is all absorbed. Give this a stir. Sprinkle some more water and keep this closed for another 2 minutes. We don't want to overcook the beans also. So at this stage we'll add the other vegetables. The sprouts, the red cabbage, grated carrot, grated pumpkin. This is Indian spinach, Now give it a mix. The handle is warm, but I am surprised that it is not hot, so that I can hold it whenever necessary. So now we are adding the water. So for half cup rava, with the same cup, it's about 1.5 cup of water. After adding the water, I'm adding salt, and if necessary we can always add little extra water later. So let this just boil. We are not going to be overcooking. Once it comes to a boil, we'll add our millet rava. Here, let this come to a boil now. Look how colorful this looks. So the water started boiling, so I'm adding in the roasted little millet rava. Give it a stir. At this point, let it be on sim flame. Let the millet rava cook. So we'll keep this closed for about 2 to 3 minutes on sim flame. Here it's about 5 minutes since we've added the millet rava. Let's look at the upma. Yeah, see this? Yeah. So at this stage, I will add the flaxseed powder. Mix it well. The upma is cooked. The millet is nicely cooked. See this? So here our healthy, heart-friendly millet upma is ready. I'll be garnishing it with some grated beetroot and fresh coriander leaves. So I'm switching off the gas now. So here, let me garnish our heart-friendly upma with some beetroot and some fresh coriander. It's time to taste my healthy, heart-friendly, low-fat, low-cholesterol millet rava upma. Yummy! Tastes awesome in spite of the low carb and low fat. I'm really happy with the first use of the Indus Valley trply kadhai. And if you are looking for buying some safe and healthy cookware that is easy to clean and manage, then you should try Indus Valley's trply cookware. Use the referral link given in the description box to get your discount. Are there more possibilities to make your diet more nutritious? Are there more dietary guidelines specific to India? Let's mull over it. So, how to make our existing traditional recipes more superior in nutrition? The National Institute of Nutrition under the Indian Council of Medical Research has released the latest revision of the dietary guidelines for Indians in 2024. I think it's extremely appropriate. Here are some of the select aspects of the guidelines that is relevant to all of us. Eat a variety of foods to ensure a balanced diet. In other words, introduce as much diversity in food as possible. Choose from a range of unpolished rice and millet varieties. Vegetables does not mean just carrot, cabbage, beans, cauliflower and potatoes. Try out the wide range of gourds, tubers, legumes and greens that Mother Nature offers us. Eat plenty of vegetables and legumes. In other words, reduce your portion of rice or wheat and replace it with more veggies and pulses. What the latest guideline says is this: only 50 to 55% of your calories must come from carbs, about 10 to 15% from proteins, only 20% from dietary fats. Use oils or other fats in moderation. Every extra spoon of oil and a dollop of butter means lots of calories. Remember that fat is also naturally present in the food we eat. Avoid protein supplements. They are not only unnecessary, many are unsafe too. All the good quality proteins and essential amino acids you need are available naturally if your diet is balanced. Adopt a healthy lifestyle to prevent abdominal obesity. A healthy lifestyle not only includes plant-based whole foods, it also includes proper exercise and a good night's sleep. Be physically active and exercise regularly to maintain good health. Beware of a sedentary lifestyle. They say sitting is the new smoking. Introduce short periods of standing and stretching every 30 minutes or so. Without compromise, invest at least 30 to 60 minutes daily on yoga, a gym, or at least a brisk walk. Minimize the consumption of high fat, sugar, salt, and ultra processed foods. One idea is to restrict any junk food eating to one cheat day every week or fortnight. If you're serious about not just maintaining your health, but you would also like to reverse your existing medical conditions, then you better take note of these aspects. In every Munch and Mull video, we try and give you new and unique aspects about our food and health. If you agree, press that like button and share this video as far as possible. And if you choose to subscribe, you will get reminders of new videos uploaded. So, what are you waiting for? Hey, have you subscribed to Munch and Mull? Do click on the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive notifications of my newest videos uploaded every Saturday.